You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com. 9:19, welcome back. 17th day of September. We got Rocky and Megan in studio. Hey, I haven't talked to you in a while. How are you doing?
I'm great. Yeah, it's been a minute.
So, busier than ever?
Yes.
And Megan, new addition. Welcome back to the studio as well in a different role now.
Thanks. It's good to see you.
How are you liking the new position over here?
Yeah, I'm loving it. Rocky's awesome to work with. We were friends first, and yeah, I mean, I was farming for a while before, and I've kind of been joking that I'm going from carrots to carrots. So
there you. That's good. Rocky, how's everything been?
Great. Busier than ever, so that's a good problem to have, and definitely needed the help. It was way over my head, and Megan's been fantastic.
You know what I always think is funny? We always start in the same journey where it's like, oh, we can do this, we can handle it all, and then it's like, no, we can't. It's time to have a team here, you know?
Oh, for sure.
That's awesome. Well, you have a couple of upcoming opportunities for us to stop by and say hi, and really cool. And, let's just dive into those first so we can get the audience thinking about it. When is your next upcoming event?
So the next event is this weekend in Springfield, Illinois. That is going to be the Edwards Place Fine Art Fair. And then the following weekend is the Edwardsville Art Fair in Edwardsville.
So I'm not going to lie. I was like doing 8 things at once during the commercial break. And I thought you said the Edwardsville Art Fair in Springfield. So it's the Edwards Art Place.
Edwards Place.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very confusing.
Oh, I'm not making it any easier. So what does that show look and sound like?
So the Edwards Place show is a small show in Springfield at the Edwards Place Art Center, and kind of like the EAC in Edwardsville. And then they just put on the show every year. I love that show. They treat us great, and it's close, enough to home that it's an easy show to do. And Springfield and Edwardsville and St. Louis are my biggest clientele, so it's a really great way for people to see me and see my work.
Really cool. And then the Edwardsville Art Fair is always just a really great event, and that thing keeps growing, it seems like.
Oh, yeah.
And so what day is that one on?
September 20...
I want to say 27th.
That one's going to be the last weekend in September.
Okay, perfect. So the 27th and the 28th.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then what are you going to have on display there? What can we stop by and see you with?
All the tiny shinies. So lots of sparkle as usual. And this month these are my favorite shows every year. These are some of my biggest shows every year. So I always make sure that I bring a lot of new pieces that you've never seen before. So I've got a lot of stuff in the works. I think I have something like, you don't even know this yet.
I know. I haven't even. She was working over the weekend, and she was like, "I'm gonna have some cool stuff to show."
Yeah. She's got like something like 50 pieces to put into inventory.
Oh, have fun!
Surprise!
Yeah. Well, it's pretty fun because then you get to wear everything when you are inventorying. So.
Oh, well, that's true.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. Well, what first got you interested in jewelry design?
So I have always been a sparkle lover. My mom used to go to James Durbin Jewelers in St. Louis, and that was her jeweler that would do repairs or that my dad would buy things for her from. And I remember going in there, seeing Roger Reimel's work and thinking, like, this is what I want to do. And I never thought that was possible until I started taking some classes at Craft Alliance, and then stumbled on the metals class and just fell in love with the medium. I love, ceramics. It's so temperamental. It's so instantaneous, and you have to you break it and you throw it away. Whereas with metal, if you bend it the wrong way, you can just get your hammer out and bend it back the right way.
Yeah.
So I always loved how malleable it was, and then ended up getting my BFA and then working as a bench jeweler under the jeweler that inspired me in the first place. So it came really full circle, and it's just been a lifelong passion.
That's really cool. And honestly, what I see just on your website too, and with great inventory, by the way, you have your designs are really unique, and it seems like you take some inspiration out of a few different aspects. Is that kind of where am I leading on to the right thing?
Absolutely. Yeah. So my inspiration is, kind of an amalgamation of this joy for process. I really love process heavy, so I'm melting and mixing metal, processing it all as much as I can, really getting my hands in the raw material, But then there's also this nod to this childhood spent between Spain and St. Louis, and this very celestial but also geological nod of this push and pull between flying back and forth, looking at, the ground from a plane. But then when I was a kid, I used to think Spain was in the clouds because you'd get in a plane. Yeah. so yeah.
That's cool.
So when I was here, I was looking up at the clouds a lot. And then when I was in a plane, I was looking down at the ground a lot of lit up cities at night. And so it's kind of that push and pull, that conversation between the two and this wanderlust.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Well, and I think you can always tell whenever you truly have inspiration in artwork, because you can always tell when somebody maybe is just having a rough go of things, and you can just tell that there's something missing. And in your pieces, you can really see that all the stops are pulled out, and it's really a full circle piece of art, and that's what I call your work. It's art, and that's where I think that is really cool about stopping by and seeing you, because it's not this mass-produced, ring that everyone got off of Amazon during the Amazon deals day. This is something that is unique to not only us but unique to you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm hand fabricating every single piece. I'm cutting it all out. Yeah. I work exclusively with silver and high carat gold and various gemstones, so that these are pieces also that will last a lifetime. My intention is that they be future heirlooms. They be the pieces that people when you're a kid and you think about like an aunt who always wore this one ring, like that's what I want this work to be, are those pieces that you become iconic to you.
Right. Well, and now what's your favorite material to work with?
Gold.
Is it really?
Hands down, yeah.
Is it the easiest to work with? Or?
Well, it depends on what you're doing. Platinum's really great for setting stones, but gold is just the easiest all around because it's soft. It wants to do what you want it to do. And it's just so beautiful. Like, especially the higher carat. I switched to high carat several years ago and really love working with that more rich yellow that the higher carat offers.
So is that really what the difference is in gold color, is just a carat difference?
So yeah, the more gold content, the more yellow orange you're gonna get in the gold.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So white gold and rose gold, what are the differences between that and maybe the yellow that we're used to seeing in like cartoons and all that?
So white gold's gonna have nickel in it, which is what makes it white, and then rose gold's gonna have copper in it, which is what makes it rose. Oh. So they still have gold in them, but then you create an alloy, you mix metals with it to get different colors.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, and now, is there one that you just can't stand? Like, if you could never see it again?
Well, I mean, non-precious metals, yes. Like, I mean, they're great. I can't work with like non-precious metals because my hands will like just get really dark and greasy, and like the smell and the taste. I know that's really weird, but like
does it get like stuck in your nose too, like almost with those things? Yeah, I can see that.
Which I know a lot of people do like to work with. It's a great metal to learn with. Copper and nickel are excellent to learn with, and that's what I learned with. But my skin's just very reactive to it, so that's another reason why I just don't work with it in the studio. But as far as precious metals, rose gold is really finicky, but it is so pretty. Like it's hard to set stones in rose gold. Well,
and I think you just brought up a good point too, with like, maybe some metals being not the best, for sensitive skins. Because I do know of people that can't wear certain, I don't know if it's silver or what, but there's certain materials that they just can't wear because they'll break out or there's something that'll happen. So that's kind of nice to know for folks that maybe have those type of issues that are not issues, but have those conditions like I do with my sensitive skin, to know like we're pretty much safe whenever we put a ring on. It ain't turning green on you, or anything like that.
What I like to say is that your skin has expensive taste, and there's nothing wrong with that.
That's right. Well, and now, whenever we're first getting around, working with metals and stuff, I can't trust myself with a blowtorch or any type of like thing involving heat to melt it. Do you do any of that like melting work?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. So like, did you ever get to a point where like, was there a nervousness?
Well, it depends on what style of melting you're doing. There's something called centrifugal casting, which you use
Say that 4 times fast.
I don't even know if I said it right. But yeah, you're using centrifugal force to cast. Okay. And so you have to pour molten metal into your your mold and then release a pin and spin molten metal around.
I'll pass.
That always gave me pause.
Oh my God. Oh my God, I'd freak out. I'd have a panic attack 20 seconds in. I can barely hang my blinds without thinking I'm going to hit a gas line. You know what Is that the only type of way that you cast metal? What are some of the, well, how do you cast it?
So I actually don't do that much casting.
Oh.
When I'm melting, I'm pouring ingots. So I'm just pouring metal into like a little ingot mold to make sheet or wire. Because I don't have a full casting setup in my studio at the moment. But I like to do lost wax casting in a vacuum caster. So instead of the centrifugal force, you're creating a vacuum in a little
that's
bubble
really
dome.
cool.
Yeah, and you pour the molten metal into there, then you put the dome on, turn on the vacuum, and it's very calm.
Do you ever do like shorts or anything like how you do it?
Like videos? Yes, Megan is here for that. Because I'm really bad at doing
So
that.
this is something that I connect with all the time because like I used to like I have software and stuff that used for like shorts and promotion, but it's hard to find the good in what you do because you're bored of yourself all the time. It's like I can't listen to myself talk for more than 20 seconds. So to have someone like Megan who can really help emphasize some of the really cool points that maybe you don't see because you're so like hyper focused on your projects, that's a big addition, you know?
Oh, for sure.
Good job, Megan.
Yeah. No, she's constantly saying, like, can I get pictures of this? Can I get pictures of that? I'm like, yes.
It seems like, Megan, you really enjoy the creativity that the job brings for you, too.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of a muscle that I hadn't worked in a bit. Like even like Rocky will do all these rings, like her Sola stackers, and she names all of them.
No way. Yeah. That's so cool.
So I was naming all of them when she shipped me some inventory recently, and I was like, I don't know, it was really inspiring. I mean, there was this one ring that I was looking at and like immediately like was taken back to like a hike that I went on like in Southern Illinois a couple years ago. Just the colors and like the combination of it. I was like, oh my God. And then I like looked up the name of the trail that I was on. So that one's called Trillium Trail. So like, I don't know. It was just kind of cool to...
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, I like the personal touches to the pieces too, because honestly, that's what jewelry should really be, is this personalized, item for you. And that's what I think's cool now about the world we live in, is that, it's not just you got to go into, like Tiffany and refinance your house to get a really nice piece of jewelry. You can go to, Rocky, who has wonderful pieces, and really live that and support local while you do it too.
Yeah.
Really cool. So, whenever we're talking about the jewelry making process, is there a best part? Like, is it, because to me, I thought about this question and I'm like, well, what would the best part be? Because to me, it'd be nerve wracking to set the stone. Because what if you're off by like 1/10 of a centimeter and you're staring at I have OCD, so it'd be on site. Like, it would just be terrible.
Yeah. I really only get nervous when I'm working with my clients' stones because they're sentimental.
Oh, totally. Like grandma's rings and things like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you do that type of work?
Yeah.
Oh.
I like to call them jewelry box makeovers. So we'll take old jewelry, old gold, melt them down and turn them into something new.
What a great idea for like a grandchild or someone who really has some older pieces that just need a little bit of some TLC.
Yeah, well, and especially if they're not your style. Like, what I hate is when you have a sentimental piece of jewelry sitting in your jewelry box not being worn, because that's not what the person who gave it to you, that's not what they want for it,
Right.
So, like, let's take that material, turn it into something that is your style, and it's still grandma's ring or your aunt's ring, your mom's ring, but now it's something that you can love and wear and enjoy.
Well, and is there an idea for somebody? Because I've always thought about the whole ring thing. Because you go to a museum and like everyone's like 5'4" in like the 1800s or like the 1500s, really like medieval times. You go to those castle museums. So like, is there like a jewelry, a piece that you recommend that would be a better heirloom than maybe a ring, like a bracelet or a watch or any of those things? Because sometimes it seems like you waste all this time trying to get it resized, but sometimes it's too thin or it's too delicate. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know much.
Well, so necklaces are usually kind of they're gonna get. And earrings.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the lightest wear. Rings and bracelets. What a lot of people don't consider is the fact that everything we encounter is technically an abrasive, and metal is malleable.
Oh.
So if you've ever seen a ring that someone's worn for 40 years, it gets worn down because everything. It's
right.
It's like
You're
a car.
banging
You
your
gotta
hand
take
on
it
the
in for
table.
checkups. Yeah.
That makes sense. Really cool. So is there a favorite part or best part of the jewelry making process? Sorry, I went on a tangent, guys.
No. I helped. I really love it's a part that I think comes to any creative when you kind of get into this zone and when like everything is going right. Like that's my favorite part is when I can really like bang out a lot in a day because everything is just like the solder is flowing perfectly and like nothing's like wiggling or I didn't accidentally cut too far, or, because even 20 years into playing, almost not full 20, but almost 20 years of playing with metals, and I still mess up, not as often anymore. But yeah, so I think it's like that zen is my favorite part, and then kind of maybe that last that last push of the bezel, and then you take a step back and you look at that piece and you're like, yeah. And then you got to do the finishing, which is my least favorite. But
what's finishing look like?
So like polishing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, putting the oxidation on it, which a lot of my pieces are oxidized, or leaving it high polished.
Now, is oxidized where you put it in like the metal and like zap it? What is that?
No, so that's anodizing.
Oh.
I'm a little bit of a metal nerd. So oxidation is something that silver already naturally wants to do. So that's why my pieces are really lovely, because they are super low maintenance. They're already tarnished. So what I do is I rapid tarnish with something called liver of sulfur. And it smells exactly like you think.
Yeah, I was right to say that.
Yeah.
Do they make a candle?
Oh, God. We do that at the end of the day before work is done. Like it's the last thing we do before we leave the studio.
Or if you're me, who's like immune to it, I think I did this the other day. I realized I'm like, oh man, we're still in here for a couple hours. I'm sorry, I just oxidized this. I don't smell it anymore.
That's awesome. You got a moment to stick around.
Yeah.
Before we take a quick break, let me fill you in on Alton Little Theater. They have Making God Laugh setting the stage this weekend on Friday, Saturday, and matinees. All you got to do is go to altonlittletheater.org. They're starting their 91st season. They already had their first couple of performances, but this one's going to be a great one where it's really a family performance to bring the whole kit and caboodle to and save big. You can still get season tickets. You stop in there, and you can get season tickets for $65. Try getting a season ticket anywhere for that price. It ain't going to happen. Coming up in Halloween is Rocky Horror Picture. You got to be careful saying that word. Rocky Horror Picture Show is going to be taking place at Alton Little Theater at midnight on Halloween. A Christmas Carol, which will be Kevin Frake's final show. Best of the Best Broadway, so much more. Go to altonlittletheater.org or call the box office 618-462-3205.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit altontoyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
no matter the season. Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Welcome back, 9:39. A little bit of change on this. It's Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday all day. Tuesday morning, rolling around the corner. We got Rocky, Megan back in studio. So, you have a satellite office in Florida. Studio?
Yeah, studio in Florida.
Definitely the proper terminology would be studio. We're out in Florida, northern part?
So in the Panhandle.
Really cool.
Yep.
My parents have a condo in Destin and all that and love it.
An hour from there.
Really
Close,
cool.
yeah.
Yep.
So do you ever just sit on the beach and all that and just kind of gather thoughts? Because that would be a great spot to really find some inspiration, I would think.
Oh, absolutely. That's my favorite place to sketch and just
Really
think
cool.
and plan. Yeah.
So is there ever, when you were growing up, like for me, it was, I don't know why, like weird, like kind of just like, oh, squirrel moment. But it was The Great Gatsby with Leonardo DiCaprio that I got really into like the steampunk like metal thing. I just thought it was like a cool look. Were ever any movies that you kind of thought, wow, this is really something I can work with?
So I haven't watched a lot of movies. I don't watch too much TV, or when I do, I fall asleep. So no, actually not inspired by movies at all.
Yeah, if you actually put on a TV show, like it's like we put on a TV show sometimes, like to have Rocky fall asleep.
I can't.
Are
make
you
it,
serious?
No, I can't make it through a 25-minute show. Yeah.
I was like, it's the funniest thing I said all day, and that's pretty good. So, what makes jewelry special when it's handcrafted and it's not, because I get, rings are beautiful, but to me, there's just something about looking for that one piece, and it might take a little bit to find it. But I don't know. You know more about this than I do. What makes that piece a little bit more different than a mass-produced piece of jewelry?
Well, specifically with us, you get to meet us and play
Good
Sparkle
point.
with us.
Good point.
Well,
Yeah.
my engagement ring was actually before I was working with Rocky, my now fiance and Rocky actually worked together to design it. So like there's literally no other ring out there in the world that is the same as my ring. And I feel like an elven princess when I wear this every day.
Are you? That's so cool, though. Now,
yeah.
would you say that piece is pretty much all you?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's got mine and Kyle's birthstones, and then a big, nice sapphire in the middle, which actually we realized later is the month we had started dating like 5 years ago. So kind of a coincidence we got the sapphire because it was kind of supposed to be like the standout stone. But
That's
yeah.
really cool. So can people call you for those type of pieces too?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Love doing custom. You'll be talking to Megan for custom so that I'm at the bench. But yeah, we love, I don't know, you can put that much sentimentality into a piece when you get to talk one-on-one with us.
Well, and that's what's cool to know too, though, because it seems like that old school way of like just life of having and going and finding custom pieces and really having that one, not even just for jewelry but anything, it just seems gone because of like Amazon and all the bigger box stores. But for folks to know, hey, there is those opportunities are still out there. That's awesome. Now, how long? Let's be honest here, because we got a lot of guys that procrastinate and are like, oh, I'm going to engage tomorrow. I'm going to call Rocky today and get this banged out in an hour. What's the turnaround time for
we like to say that Rocky's custom is about 6 to 8 months out.
Yeah.
No, and that makes sense though. So that gives you about 6 months to prepare for a good engagement. I mean, you're already getting a custom piece. You might as well go all out with it,
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But so custom work is 6 to 8 months, and it's not just for like engagement rings. It could be for
Anything.
Really cool. Now, do you make like pendants or anything like that?
Brooches?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because pendants are,
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I haven't done brooches in a while, but that's actually something I did a lot in my undergrad.
Oh, really?
Before I knew how to kind of make pieces that were wearable on the body, I was making pieces that were wearable on your scarf or your shirt. My favorite is to make something that's convertible as a necklace,
Yeah.
pendant, and a brooch, because then you have that versatility.
That's super cool. Yeah.
But yeah, and so yeah, I think the only thing I haven't made are cufflinks, but I'm open to it.
Stay tuned. I need some cufflinks. No, you know what I miss is the guys that had the little thing that went across their suit. You know, with the watch, they had like a little clip.
Oh, yeah.
Those are like kind of
Those are
fashion fads.
steampunk.
Yeah, you know, fashion fads of the past. You know, but getting back into this, you have an opportunity if you want to go up to Springfield and see Rocky this weekend. What times?
So it is going to be Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4 at the Edwards Place Art Center.
How do you not get confused with that?
I have to say it very slowly.
It's impressive.
And I think you might have seen my brain steaming a little bit of smoke coming out of my ears.
And then Edwardsville Art Fair, do you know what time? Are you going to be there just all Edwardsville Art Fair?
Yeah, I'll be there the entire time. My usual spot for those who know me and love me. It's kind of right there in the center of the show. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. We haven't gotten the locations yet, but did I force their hand now?
Go ahead and just throw her in the center of the show, please.
And the Edwardsville Art Show has an evening component on Friday.
Oh, okay.
I think it's 5 to 9, and then Saturday and Sunday, don't quote me on the times, but probably like 10 to 5-ish.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. Well, and, you know, as we just kind of keep wrapping this up, you know, I got to ask you, is there anything you're looking to do down the pipeline in the next couple of years that maybe you haven't tried yet?
Ooh, yes. I have been I'm really excited for an all gold collection that I plan on making.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, stay tuned for some pieces that are just solid gold, so I can play a little bit more with gold and yeah.
So with that being said, too, if people wanted to reach out for custom pieces or even to check out the inventory, what's the best place to do that at?
You can always go on the website. We have like a couple fields you can fill out, and then it'll get sent to an email to me, or you can just directly email Rocky at RockyPardo.com.
Really cool. And now, can you buy online?
Not right now.
Okay. So how do we reach out for anything? If there's something we see on the website, do we send a message?
Yeah, you'll just send a message to me, and I end up sending you lots of photos from the inventory.
Really cool. Well, stay up to date by going to RockyPardo.com. You can go to /contact to ask any message you like about the custom orders, or just to, pick up a piece that you're going to love, or just see Rocky in the next couple of weeks in Springfield or Edwardsville. Great talking to both of you.
Thank you,
and have a great rest of your day. At 9:46, before we take a quick break, Hainer Library. You can get rid of Netflix today if you have it. You don't watch TV. But I got something for you in a second. You can get rid of Netflix tomorrow. With your library card, you get ad-free for free streaming with movies and TV with Biblio Plus. Plus, you get the Creative Bug app for free, so you can get all the really cool crafting ideas on how-to videos, all that fun stuff for you and your family to go do. Plus, the library of things you can get ghost hunting equipment, outdoor games, movie projectors. Just rent it and check it out and bring it back. Or, even bigger than that, your kid's calculator broke a day before finals. Don't fight that lady at Walmart that's been there for 13 minutes. She's had enough, too. She's already fought with 4 people. Just go check out a calculator from the Library of Things. Bring it back tomorrow. It's all good. Go to HainerLibrary.org. Click on the How Do I tab. Put your address in on the library card form, and you're good to go. Hang out with Lacey McDonald on Wednesdays and the director of Hainer Library, Mary Cordes, on the first and last Monday of each and every month as we explore our public institution.